Okay, this is fire. Top 10 worst travel destinations. This looks like Venice.
Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst travel destinations that are still popular.
Are you a fan of our
I think they're gonna
videos?
put,
Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified
They're gonna put
about our
something in
latest
Spain.
videos.
No, they're gonna put.
For this list, we're looking at some.
Okay, chat. Predicts. No, not an actual predict, but like. Fuck, I don't know what they're gonna put in here. I'm not even gonna guess. I'm not even gonna guess.
Some of the
I'm not
most
even gonna guess.
overrated and consistently disappointing destinations.
They're putting Chicago
around
in
the
here.
world.
Chicago should be in here.
Specific
Facts.
landmarks, we're talking about all of the above. Number 10, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Does a lack of structural integrity really make a tower a must-visit attraction? The Italian city of Pisa has long attracted crowds from around the world with its iconic landmark. But ask a traveler who's actually made the trip, and they're
These are literally the women on Tinder that tell you that they love to travel. This is their archetype, chat. One of their biggest personality traits is how much they love to travel. And they don't even actually love traveling, they just love telling other people they travel. Like, this moment they're recording is gonna be more happiness than the actual experience of being in this area. It's a shame. It really is. Like, you have to record it or there's no happiness.
unlikely to have a whole lot to say about the experience. Yep, it's leaning. In fact, the government has had to sink a fair amount of
You
time
can
and
fucking
energy
walk
into
up the building? You can walk up a leaning building?
leaning, and not, completely collapsed. If you're looking for a silly photo op, sure, feel free to pretend that you're holding it up. But
That's
there's
fire!
no pose that hasn't been done 1,000 times before. The architecture is reasonably impressive, but Italy is full of impressive and historic structures. Plus, it's smaller in person than you'd expect. Number 9, touristy London. Call this a hot or even...
Alright, you then, yeah? Hey, my UK chaps. She just said your whole city was a L. Nah, I personally would not allow somebody to say that about Toronto. So y'all had to step up. The whole city?
Even scorching take if you want, but we stand by it. Look, London is an incredible city, duh. It's culturally and historically rich, with much to offer travelers looking for a rewarding travel experience. The thing is, to actually truly get a real taste of modern-day London, you need to get away from the city center. Approach it like a straight-up tourist, and you're going to burn through your budget in a matter of days.
Yeah, bro, you know what I hate? You know what I hate? What she just did right there? I hate that she tried to tell... Yeah, bro, is it a good destination to go or not? Don't profile it based on how expensive it is, right? Just tell me if it'd be fire if I could afford to go. It's only fire if you don't burn through your fucking savings. Man, shut up. Because by that logic, Greece is a horrible place to go too, because it's expensive. Or Switzerland, because it's expensive. But I want to go, bitch. Just tell me if I should go. Fuck.
And as for all those iconic sites, well, they tend to lose their luster when you have to spend your day waiting in long lines.
That's fire. I'm thinking about muskets and horses. I'm literally thinking about me just getting down this road with a musket and a horse.
Elbowing through crowds to get a decent view, and then realizing just what limited access you actually have to many of the city's most iconic sites. Also, if you're the sort of traveler whose mood is weather dependent, you might want to skip it altogether. Number 8.
Nah. You weather dependent types in the chat, I don't like y'all. Yeah, bro, if it's a rainy day, it's over for you. Like, you just have to be inside now. If it's overcast, your mood is diminished. I don't like being around people like that. I'm like, bro, stop. Fuck, bro. Like, I could fucking smile through this overcast. When I think overcast, I think, let's take some flicks, bro. Because it's going to be even lighting. You know, it's the photographers. There's a positive in every situation. If it rains 10 days straight, I feel you. Bro, you see rain and you go, oh, it's raining, Charles. Like, nah, people like that, bro, pack them up. Do not travel with those people. Man, come on, bro. We don't have a day to waste. We're traveling, bitch.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Everyone has their own definition of fun. If you're into cheap hotel deals, expensive but lavish buffets, and endless displays of excess, maybe you'll actually have a great time. Oh, also gambling. It's a great place for gambling. All those flashing lights are undeniably mesmerizing. There are a few places on Earth where you're reminded more constantly of the fact that everything around you is man-made. By that same token, all that artifice can make the whole experience feel, well, fake. The Las Vegas Strip is one big adult playground, and your interactions there get old fast. It begins to feel like every conversation that you're having is a transaction or sales pitch. And while at first glance it may seem like Vegas has everything you could ever want, after a day or two, you begin to realize that it's all one big homogenous experience.
That is a fucking horrible take, lady. Not only are you not supposed to be in Vegas for more than 3 days, or you're doing it wrong, but this is Vegas, chat. I've been to Vegas a couple times. It's this street here, and that is it. The rest of it is just suburbs and or desert. Like, literally, a 1-minute drive away from right here is the airport. I swear to God, it's such a weird place. She didn't even mention the strip clubs. They literally have strip club ads everywhere. How could you not mention the strip clubs? It's one of their best, it's casinos and strip clubs. I don't gamble, and I don't really club. I still had a good time. This big-ass fountain right here has the craziest fountain display like every hour or something like that at night. Bro, you can walk around, just meet all kind of crazy people. They got the most lavish buffets. Bro, you could get the most luxurious hotel room for $500 flat, and it's not like in the middle of nowhere, Detroit. Like, it's in Vegas. Bro, I'm not saying Vegas is a great place to go, but last time I went, I thought, let's go again. It's not the worst travel destination, bro. Stop. 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 I'm not even the guy who likes to go out, and I still liked Vegas.
Number 7.
No, bitch. No fucking way. No fucking shot. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck this bitch. Who the fuck she thinks she is? Fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck this bitch. And this is the longest part? You fucking... Oh, chat, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't think I can do it. I'm not certain I can make it through this one right here. I'm gonna try. Fuck, I will try. Let me tell you off the rip, as a person who's from Toronto. This is the entertainment district. The CN Tower is in the middle of it. For $30, you can go up this huge ass CN Tower, right? You can go up the huge CN Tower. This is, bitch, show me a fucking clip. And you can get a 360 view of one of the most mesmerizing cities in the world. The food at the restaurant up here is mid as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. I sat down at this restaurant. This was like a few days before I moved out of Toronto. I sat down at the restaurant, and the restaurant actually moves, right? So as you're eating, your view changes because the floor is shifting around you. So the point is you get a 360 view of the fucking city, but the food was like so expensive and mid that we just fucking went back down. We abandoned it after we got our drinks. Didn't pay shit. We just skedaddled. And we went to some Somalian restaurant in the west side of the city in Mississauga, bro. That's what we did. But the reason why the CN Tower is valid, chat, is because from the view of the CN Tower, you can look into the Sky Dome and watch the baseball games. But more importantly, bro, there is no time. You bring a date on here, and she's not really familiar with the city, you know what I'm saying? You know, she pull up to the city, whatever, you bring her up here. Bro, come on. That is mad riz. It is a beautiful, stunning view for $30. You cheap bitch. There's no way you're gonna complain about a $30 view like this. Cause Chicago has something like this, but not as tall, not as grand, and is not as beautiful of a city, bro. It is what it is, but I'm tight she put this on the list. Please explain yourself.
Until it was eclipsed by the Burj Khalifa in 2007. It undeniably makes for an eye-catching focal point of the Toronto skyline, but is it worth the price of admission to actually go inside?
It's $30 fucking dollars! If you can't spend 30, don't go, bro. Don't travel if you can't spend 30. What?
Many people will tell you that the answer is no. It provides a great panoramic bird's eye view of the city, but 35 Canadian dollars is steep. And
Now, look, chat, I'm gonna say it. She's broke. Like, and that's not a reason to hate on the city of Toronto. You can't afford to. It's $30. Why are you coming to one of the most expensive cities in North America with less than $30? That is one of the cheapest things you can do in the city of Toronto. And that's the one that got you tight. Never come down from the tower then, lady. If you come down from the tower, you will be highly upset that parking for the events you go to, because down the street is the Air Canada Center, and the other side of the street is the Dome, is $50. Your parking will cost you more than going up. It's an expensive city. The 30 is where you draw the line. For real? Do you know that you can... Whatever, bro. Whatever. She's complaining about $30. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. She's literally trying to explain to me how $30 is too steep for one of the most expensive cities in the continent. Okay, finish. Go finish.
And there's an additional charge to get to the highest observation point. That's one seriously expensive view. Besides, as any local will tell you, Toronto is the sort of city that you really need to immerse yourself in and explore on foot to fully appreciate.
No, you fucking don't! Do not try and explore Toronto on foot. You will not go nowhere. Do not do that. What she said, don't do it. You could take the buses and the trains. Do not walk around, bro. You're gonna get got. It's a bad fucking idea, especially in that area. Bro, that is awful advice. Man, that is awful advice. Holy. Yeah, bro, do you know that on the CN Tower, guys, there's a service where you can walk outside the CN Tower right here, and you'll have a string that holds you to the building, and they'll suspend you into, like, just straight boom. I think it's like $100. But when else are you going to hang off a building this tall? I personally never did it. I'm a bitch, right? But that service exists. And there's a restaurant up here. Is the restaurant food mid? Yeah. Is it hella expensive? Of course. I don't recommend the restaurant at all. I think just walk through it so you get a nice little vibe. If you're going on a date and you want to like really rizz her up, then you bring her there. Bring her there. Personally, I don't like the food. I prefer good food than good views, but it's hella romantic though. You won't find many views as grand as this restaurant. You just won't do it.
Really need to immerse yourself in and explore on foot to fully appreciate. Regardless, the CN Tower remains one of the city's most popular tourist attractions. Number 6, Times Square.
She's out of her fucking mind. I literally don't even know what to say. I've been at Times Square like 5 times, and like at this point, is she gonna tell me Times Square is too expensive because it's free? Yeah, bro, I've had some of the craziest, most fun moments in Times Square. You just link up with somebody, you and a group of friends, you bring a date, man, you can just fuck around, man. They got good food, some good halal spots. They got, man, the most grand, it just feel like, it really just make you feel like, what the fuck is life? That's what New York makes you feel like. Bro, what am I even, my life is crazy right now. There's no way, explain it to me. Please break down for me why Times Square is not it.
It's sort of like Las Vegas, except it's smaller, more crowded, there are no hotel deals to speak of, and gambling is off the table. New York City is a bucket list destination for travelers around the world, and rightfully so. There are few cities on Earth more vibrant or diverse. It's a city of hidden gems, larger-than-life characters, and unique experiences that you really can't find anywhere else. Too bad that so many first-time visitors miss out on all of the above. New York City's authentic charms are often entirely overshadowed by the bright lights of Times Square. And there's literally nothing but tourist traps to be found here. Massive crowds, pricey but terrible restaurants, souvenir shops, and pushy street vendors are pretty...
Yo, bro, you don't come here to shop and eat. I hate her. You just come here to experience... Like, in North America, there is no condensed cities. New York is the only one. So the reason you come to Times Square is because there will not be, unless you go to Seoul or Tokyo, you will not experience a condensed society the way New York is. It's just thousands of people and seas, no matter where you look, and nobody cares that you even exist. Like, it feels so impersonal that it almost makes you feel safe. Even though you're in Times Square, you definitely shouldn't fucking feel safe. There's literally a police station right there. There's literally a police station in the middle of, yeah, bro. I don't know, man. I personally don't go to Times Square. I don't go out my way to go to Times Square. But anytime there's a shoot in the destination or I have to drive through, I'm just at awe. I'm like, bro, this shit is crazy. Like, this exists. That is wild to me that's like, she literally talks about how unique of a destination it is only to say, like, but the food sucks and there's so many souvenir shops. I'll be honest, bro. New York is my favorite place to visit on the planet. And not that I visited everywhere, but of the places I visited, New York takes the cake by far. Love the city. I don't think I'd live there because it's gonna be cold like Toronto, but
Pretty much all you'll find. While you're avoiding Times Square, you might as well skip Liberty Island as well. It's best appreciated from afar. Number 5.
I never been there before. I never been to Liberty Island. Never done that.
Venice, Italy. Are you tired of hearing about the over-tourism issues in Venice? Well, so are the locals. The overpopularity of Venice is a lose-lose for everyone involved. The local residents have all but completely lost their regular way of life to the insatiable hunger that tourists have for this remarkable and historic city over water. As a result, it's all but impossible to have anything even vaguely resembling a satisfying or authentic experience there. The city's iconic sites like St. Mark's Basilica and Palazzo Ducale remain intact, but Venice itself feels like a shell of its former self. Storefronts are almost exclusively tourist traps, and there are souvenir shops around every corner. With long lines just to get from A to B, it feels more like a Venice theme park than a functioning city.
Venice is fire, but trash for traveling through the city. Bro, I actually wanted to go to Venice. Why is she shitting on my dreams right now?
The local government is making major efforts to address the problem. Here's hoping that change is on the horizon. Number 4. Loch Ness.
Where is this?
If you're just in it for the beautiful landscape, then by all means, please visit Loch Ness. That being said, the Scottish Highland is chock full of picturesque lakes. Visit Loch Ness. That being said, the Scottish Highland is chock full of picturesque lakes that are less crowded and more affordable. We're not here to argue whether or not the Loch Ness Monster actually exists, but...
Hey, why? What is that? What is that? Is that like Bigfoot?
Unlike Nessie, let's be real here. You are not going to be the one to spot any creature and finally confirm its existence during your 3-day stay. And here's the thing. All the business that has built up around the loch's namesake creature transparently aims to milk as much as it can from this dubious claim to fame.
Bro, she's lucky
On
we're
average,
feminists in
you're
this
likely
chat.
to overpay for everything from your accommodations to a cup of tea as a result. Also, people seem to be
That's fire! Is that real?
overwhelmingly disappointed with the Loch Ness Center and exhibition, which has been described as both outdated and overpriced. Number 3.
Who travels to see Greece? I knew she was gonna say this. And you know what's funny? I watched a couple of Greece travel videos, and this shit looks beautiful. And I know what she's gonna say. It's expensive. Go ahead. Just tell me how expensive it is. Hey, look, bro, if you can't afford to travel, just don't do it, bro. Just the travel to... fuck. She's gonna tell me like the $20 a night hotel room. It was too much.
3. Santorini, Greece. Once upon a time, there was a magical island called Santorini. With its soaring cliffs, breathtaking ocean views, delicious seafood, welcoming people, and charming little towns, it seemed almost too good to be true. But it was real, and those lucky enough to know about it and make the trip quickly fell in love. But then, word spread and the tourists began to arrive by the boatload. Nowadays, during the normal tourist high season, travelers drastically outnumber locals. Tourism has eclipsed all other traditional industries and has brought in cookie-cutter tourist-centric businesses to match. The blue and white city of Ia is theoretically as beautiful as ever, but you can hardly make out the details amidst the throngs of tourists crowding its
bro, I don't give a fuck there's a lot of tourists in the area. What the fuck does that have to do with my experience? What, literally, that makes it easier for me to communicate with people. Just in case they don't know fluent English, I'm straight. I don't have to use Google Translate, bro. When I went to Mexico, low-key, I had Google Translate on deck. Yeah, bro, I don't care. Yo, do you guys know that traveling people, like traveling tryhards, hate when people put other people on to traveling destinations? They'd be like, yeah, I was one of the first people, like before people were going to Bali, I was going to Bali. And now, like, it's such a huge tourist place, like, I don't even want to go anymore. It's not the same. Bro, stop. Stop. Cut it out, man. Fucking stop.
Narrow streets. When an island of only about 15,000 residents plays host to over 2 million visitors a year, the island culture gets crushed. Number 2, the Blarney Stone. Don't get us wrong, we're suckers for a local legend and good
What
old-fashioned
is that?
folktale. But we also have a strong aversion to long lines for attractions that are consistently underwhelming.
What is that?
Sometimes the story surrounding a particular object of fascination is
Is
far
that
from
Rapunzel? Is that the building Rapunzel threw her hair, threw her weave down from? Low-key, this looks like a place I'd want to visit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
compelling than the object itself. Such is the case with the Blarney Stone, which, true to its name, is really just a block of limestone. Set in place on Blarney Castle in 1446, the rock has a number of conflicting origin
They kissed the
stories,
stone?
but the general consensus is that it gives the gift of gab, as in eloquent speech. All you have to do is lie down and plant a big kiss on the centuries-old rock. Spoiler, people don't generally report suddenly having a newfound way with words, but people keep visiting this tourist trap and paying good money for it. Kissing a high-touch surface these days? No thanks. Number 1. Christ the Redeemer. The city of Rio de
Hey, Christians in the chat is tight right now. Talk to me.
Janeiro in Brazil has one of the most iconic skylines in the world. Seriously, between its towering mountains, the beachfront, and this awe-inspiring statue, it looks
She's
more
an
like
atheist.
concept art for a fantasy film than anything else. So, to be clear, we highly recommend checking out this incredible city. But, like New York City's Statue of Liberty, the Christ the Redeemer statue is better appreciated from afar. Its impact is most valuable as part of the bigger metropolitan picture and the sense of drama it brings to the city as a whole. It doesn't need to be seen up close and personal, because when you get up there, it's honestly smaller than you'd expect. Plus, there's always a massive crowd, effectively making
She's
it
hating on
impossible to get the
Christ.
dreamy sort of photo op that you've been imagining. If you want a great view of the city, considering checking out Pão de Açúcar, Sugarloaf Mountain.
Bro, this is the worst travel video I've seen in my life. Her reasons for why shit, like, you shouldn't do something is fucking horrible. It's horrible.